Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer.
And this morning, we're going to talk about building your email list. And Jennifer, I know you're passionate about this.
Yes. I'm just really passionate about it this year or right now because it's one of the very few ways that you can really own your audience. It might be one of the only ways, at least online. I know offline you can have, mailing addresses and things like that, but email when you have an email list where people have signed up for it, these are people who want to be and they want to hear from you. And in today's world of other platforms owning your audience, it's super important.
It really is. And it's funny because I was thinking back on this. I got an email from somebody, and you're going to laugh because I remember it was December 2002. And I had been in business less than a year. And the email I got was really interesting. Not as much for the content, but just the layout. It was designed, it looked like a newsletter. And I got hooked and I thought, okay, I can do this. And I figured out how he was doing it and started building a list. And I have that same list today. So we're talking, it is 22 years,
Yeah.
21 years. And yes, people have come and gone. But do you know there are people on my list who've been on it since January 2003?
You want to take a guess at when the first email marketing campaign was sent? I know the year.
Oh my God. I'm guessing it's sometime in the 90s, no?
Oh my gosh, 1978.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my God. Okay.
It has been around since I was born.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I had no idea. Clearly, the tools have come a long way.
Oh,
And
yeah.
clearly, the rules have changed. Because I will tell you, when I first started it, I someone offered me an opportunity to buy email addresses, and I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I can tell you, and I didn't spend a lot at the time, but I can tell you that 99% of them were garbage, and I ended up deleting them in like after the first email.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on why that's not good, and, I mean, February, a lot's gonna change. I'll let you guys all look that up, but
Yeah. But, over the years, since 1978, the government has put in place a lot of rules about who you can email, what you can send, how you can send, and the better quality email delivery services have implemented guidelines that keep users inside the guardrails. And
Yeah.
so, these days, no, you're not buying email us. And if you go to an event or a conference and you download the attendee list and email all 1,000 people, you're going to be basically put in a spam bucket.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have trouble sending from that domain. What do you think, though, about so you've attended a webinar, an event, and asking permission in that first email?
Oh, so what I have done is, and if I do that, what I've learned is you take a small portion of the list because
Mhm.
most of your providers will say, this list is bad.
Yeah,
Your first defense, they'll say the list is bad, not. And
not you.
so, and not your whole domain. And so
Yeah.
take a small group, send them a note and say, hey, we met. This is what I send out. If you're interested, if you're not, please unsubscribe. Please don't, or, back up a step. As you're collecting business cards and meeting people, say to them, hey, I have a newsletter list. Can I put you on it? And then just make an X or a Y on their business card. If they said no, for the love of God, don't send it to them.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
already told you they're not interested.
yeah. There's real good tricks there not even tricks, but, like, asking permission is definitely important when you're building your email list. Um What are some other ways that you have built your email list?
So, certainly seminar and event registrations. That over the years, offering online training that people could attend simply by registering. It's free. Just
Yeah.
register. That was really good. Now it is a much more competitive space right now
Yeah.
because everybody and their brother is doing it.
Oh, right, right.
So that you don't get the same returns, but that's a great way to do it. Having offer pages on your website
Yes.
and um,
My favorite is quizzes.
oh, those are good. Those are
Yeah.
good.
People love to take a quiz, and there's just, so many different ways that you can do this. For our business, where we've got a quiz for, do you need a new digital marketing agency? And we basically go through and ask questions to see, how their marketing agency is doing certain things. And then, we instantly provide a download of whether or not they might need one. And it's, from our perspective of how we do it. But there are just so many ways to do that.
People love to compare themselves.
Oh,
People
yeah.
love they one of the most popular when I was running Roundpeg was a web audit quiz. And it was 10 questions and you went through and you audited your website.
Yeah.
And then to get the detailed report, you got a score. It said you scored 7 out of 10, you scored 10 out of 10. If you want to know what this means or how you can improve it, give us
Yeah.
your email address and then we'll send you some additional. And also, we followed up with, and that's the other thing, well, we can talk about that another time, is what you follow up with after you get the email address. Something else that has worked in the last year for me, it's probably been the single biggest list building opportunity, is what I'm calling collaborations, where a group of marketers get together, they put together a bundle of free stuff,
Hmm.
and then the organizer promotes it, everybody promotes it. You access the bundle, it takes you to a landing page where everybody's offer is.
Hmm.
But then to get your offer, they've got to give you their email address. So what
There
what
you go.
what you're not doing is you don't get everybody who signs up for the offer. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get everybody who signs up for the offer.
Just yours.
You only get the people that are interested in yours. So the better the collaboration, the better the organizer is at putting the whole thing together, the better
Yeah.
your results. But those collaborations have been really good.
That's a good way to kind of pool resources and take advantage of. What do you think? I feel like this one is out of trend, or maybe not out of trend, and just doesn't work like it used to. Is offering something of value like a download. People have just. I know. I personally am just like, no.
I just read an article because I have seen it in my own stuff. The
Yeah.
downloads are
I'm
are
not saying it doesn't work. I'm just,
no, but they're declining. But I read this article, and this guy was saying what he's done is he has 2 email lists, and he invites you. You see a thing on LinkedIn or wherever, but it's like, hey, sign up for the list. It's
uh-huh.
not it's not get my download and then, oh, by the way, I'm putting you on the list. It's sign up for my list. And his landing page is filled with testimonials of people who read his newsletter, who get value from his newsletter. And
Oh,
when
nice.
you sign up, then you get, and there's a bonus. When you sign up, you automatically get this first bonus.
See, that's where he's doing it very well, is explaining the value of his newsletter. I often just see a lot of people, well, I have a sign up on my website. Why are people not signing up?
Because they get okay. You know what? How many newsletters do you sign up for every single day?
About 0.
About zero. And so all those people say, "Well, I have a sign up form." Yeah, but why should I subscribe?
Yeah.
What are you offering me
Give me a
that
little insight. The inbox is so full of
Mhm.
information that I've gotta pick and choose who I'm gonna follow and who I'm not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's where people, beyond the zero click, I don't want to say we're getting to a zero subscribe, but we're getting to a place where people are like, no, I no, I don't know.
Well, with that one, take advantage of LinkedIn's newsletters.
Hmm.
If you've got you have to first of all, you do have to be in creator mode and
Hmm.
you're able to offer a LinkedIn. Like those. Our list there is 32,000. I don't even want to say what our list is on normal email compared to that one.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's honestly, I have a system now where I'm creating the same content and I'm changing the format for the different platforms.
Yeah.
And I play with the timing. So I don't do, like, in other words, if you happen to be on my email newsletter list and you follow me on LinkedIn, you're not going to get the same thing in your inbox on any given week.
Yeah.
It, I'm separating the topics, and
You're
that.
very good at
Well,
that.
and you know what? And that's the advantage of having content that you've created over a period of time. And
Yeah.
anybody who's doing marketing does. I mean, I'm working with a personal trainer now. This is our second January together. I've
Yeah.
had news for you. I'm going back to everything I shared last January. I'm updating it a little bit,
Yep.
but it's all because
It's the same topics. It's
it's
the
the
same
same topic.
and
Yeah.
things haven't changed.
So you change the look and feel. I'm getting with the rebrand. I'm having a lot of fun because I'm going back and once a week I pick one of my episodes from 2 or 3 years ago and I'm resharing it and it looks fresh and people are like, oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. You
No, no, you haven't.
I mean, ultimately, getting started, building your email list now, because it's gonna pay off. I mentioned LinkedIn, but I don't own any of that. I'm
Mm-mm.
only gonna own the emails that I build, and you don't need to do all of the ways that you can. Just pick one and get started.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, there are people that have stayed with me for 20 years because they appreciate the content. And it's not just that they're on the list. I can look at who opened an email and it's like going through the history of my networking days going, oh my God, Kathy just opened an email. I haven't seen Kathy in 10 years, but she's still reading my stuff.
'Cause you're super interesting.
Okay. If you've enjoyed today's conversation and you want to learn more, subscribe to the newsletters from Elevated Marketing and morethanafewwords.com and find out what we're all about.
Alright, take care.